Dark Intelligence Explained. Secrets the smartest people don't tell you. What dark intelligence really is. Most people think intelligence means grades, or degrees, or knowing many facts. That is not true. Some of the smartest people in the world never look smart at all. They speak less. They move slower. They stay calm. But they always win. They win conversations. They win negotiations. They win in life. This is not luck. This is not talent. This is dark intelligence. Dark intelligence is not evil. It is not manipulation. It is not hurting others. Dark intelligence is clarity. It is control. It is seeing what others cannot see. Most people live on the surface. They react fast. They speak too much. They reveal everything. Darkly intelligent people do the opposite. They observe first. They think deeper. They act later. That is why they look calm. That is why they look powerful. And that is why people feel their presence. Why most people never learn this? School never teaches this. Parents rarely explain it. Society rewards noise, not depth. You are taught to be loud. You are taught to share everything. You are taught to react fast. But real intelligence grows in silence. Dark intelligence grows when you stop reacting, when you pause, when you watch. Most people fear silence. Silence makes them uncomfortable. Silence exposes their thoughts. So they talk, they explain, they justify. Darkly intelligent people let silence work for them. Silence creates pressure. Pressure reveals truth. That is the first secret. Dark intelligence is about seeing patterns. Smart people do not see single events. They see patterns. They see how people repeat behavior. They see emotional cycles. They see hidden motives. Most people judge moments. Smart people judge direction. They do not ask, what happened today? They ask, where is this going? That is power. If you can see patterns, you can predict outcomes. And if you can predict outcomes, you control your future. The difference between loud intelligence and silent intelligence. Loud intelligence wants attention. It wants validation. It wants approval. Silent intelligence wants understanding. It wants clarity. It wants leverage. Loud intelligence argues. Silent intelligence listens. One tries to win words, the other wins reality. Dark intelligence belongs to the second type. Why being nice is not the same as being smart. Many people confuse kindness with weakness and intelligence with arrogance. Dark intelligence teaches balance. You can be kind and still be firm. You can be quiet and still be dominant. You do not need to explain yourself. You do not need to prove your value. Your calm presence does that for you. That is why darkly intelligent people rarely chase respect. Respect comes to them naturally. The power of emotional control. Emotions are information, not commands. Most people let emotions drive actions. They speak when angry. They react when afraid. Smart people do not suppress emotions. They study them. They ask, why do I feel this? What is this emotion telling me? They use emotions as data. When others panic, they slow down. When others rush, they wait. That is not weakness. That is mastery. Dark intelligence begins with self-awareness. You cannot control the world, but you can control yourself. Dark intelligence starts inside. You must see your own patterns first, your triggers, your habits, your weaknesses. If you do not know yourself, others will control you easily. Smart people know their limits. That is why they expand them. Why smart people ask fewer questions. Most people ask to be liked. Smart people ask to understand. They choose questions carefully. They listen deeply. They let others talk more. People reveal themselves when they feel safe, and silence creates safety. This is another secret. The one who talks less often knows more. Dark intelligence is not about tricks. It is not about tricks. It is not about fake confidence. It is about alignment. Your thoughts match your actions. Your actions match your goals. There is no wasted energy, no emotional noise. Everything has purpose. That is why darkly intelligent people feel grounded. They are not pulled in many directions. They choose carefully. Why this intelligence feels dark? It feels dark because it is unseen. It works quietly. It moves beneath the surface. People do not notice it until it is too late. Not too late in a bad way, but too late to influence you. You already decided. That is power. The first shift you must make. Stop reacting. Pause before speaking. Pause before deciding. Pause before judging. That pause is where intelligence grows. Most people never pause, so they never grow.
A simple image to remember. Imagine two people in a storm. One screams at the wind. The other studies the direction. One gets exhausted. The other finds shelter. Both are in the same storm, but only one survives calmly. That is dark intelligence. This is only the beginning. What you learned here is the foundation, not the full system. In the next part, you will learn how darkly intelligent people think differently every day, how they make decisions, how they handle pressure, how they stay ahead quietly. For now, remember this: silence is strength. Observation is power. Control starts inside. Part 2. How dark intelligence thinks, acts, and decides. Dark intelligence is not random. It follows clear rules. These rules are simple, but not easy. Most people know them. Very few live them. This part will show you how darkly intelligent people think, how they act, and how they decide. How dark intelligence thinks. Most people think in reactions. Something happens, they respond. Dark intelligence thinks in layers. First layer, what is happening on the surface? Second layer, why is this happening? Third layer, what will happen next if nothing changes? Fourth layer, what happens if I change one small thing? This is strategic thinking. Smart people rarely ask, "What should I say?" They ask, "What is the real game here?" They separate facts from stories. Most people mix facts and emotions. That makes them blind. Dark intelligence separates them. Fact, someone spoke loudly. Story, they are disrespecting me. Fact, someone did not reply. Story, they do not like me. Stories create suffering. Facts create clarity. Darkly intelligent people train themselves to stay with facts. This gives them calm. This gives them control. They do not need to be right. Most people want to win arguments. They want to be right. Dark intelligence wants results. Being right does not always bring power. Understanding does. Sometimes smart people let others feel right while they move forward quietly. This is not weakness. This is efficiency. How dark intelligence acts. Smart action looks slow, but it is precise. Darkly intelligent people do not rush. They wait for timing. They understand that action without timing is noise. They act when the moment is ripe. That is why their moves feel heavy and effective. They control their energy. Energy is limited. Smart people protect it. They do not argue with everyone. They do not explain to everyone. They do not fight every battle. They choose carefully. This makes them look selective, even distant, but in reality, They are focused.
They let others reveal themselves. This is a powerful habit. Dark intelligence does not rush to speak, it listens. People reveal their values, their fears, their limits. The more someone talks, the more information they give. Smart people listen for patterns, not words. They use time as a weapon. Most people feel pressure from time, deadlines, expectations. Dark intelligence uses time. They delay responses. They pause decisions. They let emotions cool. This creates advantage. When others rush, they think. When others panic, they plan. How dark intelligence makes decisions. Most people decide emotionally, then justify logically. Dark intelligence does the opposite. It collects information, it sees patterns, it weighs outcomes. Only then does it decide. Emotion is considered but not obeyed. They think in consequences. Smart people ask, what happens next? They look beyond today, beyond feelings. They imagine future scenarios, best case, worst case. This reduces regret. This builds confidence. They accept uncertainty. Most people want certainty. They want guarantees. Dark intelligence accepts uncertainty. They know life is unstable, so they stay flexible. Flexibility is strength. Rigid minds break, adaptive minds survive. They train mental toughness quietly. Darkly intelligent people do not complain much. They process internally. They feel pain, but they do not broadcast it. They learn from discomfort. They grow through pressure. This creates inner strength. They are comfortable being misunderstood. This is important. Smart people do not need approval. They do not need applause. They know their direction. They accept that others may not understand them, and that is fine. Clarity is more important than popularity. They reduce noise. Noise kills intelligence. Noise means constant talking, constant scrolling, constant reacting. Dark intelligence removes noise. They protect their mind. They limit distractions. This allows deeper thinking. They think before they feel. Most people feel first, then think. Smart people reverse this. They pause, they analyze, then they respond. This one habit changes everything. A simple daily example. Imagine someone criticizes you. Most people react, they defend, they argue. Dark intelligence pauses. They ask, is this useful? Is this emotional? Is this manipulation? Sometimes they respond calmly. Sometimes they say nothing. Both are power. Why dark intelligence feels rare? It is rare because it is uncomfortable. It requires patience, self-control, discipline. Most people avoid discomfort. Smart people lean into it.
The second shift you must make. Stop chasing reactions. Stop chasing approval. Start choosing responses. This is where maturity begins. A visual to remember. Imagine chess. Beginners focus on one move. Experts see the whole board. Dark intelligence plays chess in life. Preparing for the final level. What you learned here shapes behavior, but behavior comes from identity. In the next part, you will learn how darkly intelligent people build identity, how they carry themselves, how they influence without force, how they win long term. This is where everything comes together. Part 3. Identity, influence, long-term power, and daily application. Dark intelligence is not a technique, it is an identity. Techniques can be copied, identity cannot. When dark intelligence becomes your identity,
Everything changes naturally. Your voice, your posture, your decisions. People feel it before you speak. Identity comes before influence. Most people try to influence first. They talk louder, they push harder. Dark intelligence works in reverse. It builds identity first. Influence follows automatically. When you know who you are, you do not chase validation. That alone makes you powerful. How darkly intelligence shapes identity. Darkly intelligent people define themselves internally. They do not wait for permission. They do not wait for praise. Their self-worth is quiet, but solid. This creates stability. When the world shakes, they stay grounded. They are comfortable with solitude. Solitude is not loneliness. It is clarity. Smart people spend time alone. They reflect. They reset. They do not fear their thoughts. This strengthens identity. Why influence works best without force. Force creates resistance. Silence creates curiosity. Dark intelligence understands this deeply. They do not persuade aggressively. They create space. People move toward calm. People trust stability. Influence becomes effortless. The power of consistency. Long-term power is built slowly, quietly. Smart people are consistent, not dramatic. They show up every day. They improve small things. This compounds over time. Dark intelligence and long-term power. Most people want fast results. Smart people want lasting control. They play long games. They think in years, not days. They invest in skills, in health, in mindset. This builds invisible power. Why they avoid attention. Attention is expensive. It costs energy. Dark intelligence values freedom. They prefer respect over popularity. Respect lasts longer. Daily habits that build dark intelligence. Start the day slowly. Rushing weakens clarity. Observe more than you speak. Ask better questions. Pause before reacting. Protect your energy. Reflect at night. These habits seem small, but they shape identity. Applying dark intelligence at work. At work, do not compete loudly. Deliver quietly. Let results speak. Understand power dynamics. Choose when to speak. Choose when to stay silent. This builds authority. Applying dark intelligence in relationships. Do not overshare early. Listen deeply. Notice patterns, not promises. Stay emotionally balanced. Calm creates attraction. Applying dark intelligence in conflict. Do not escalate. Lower your tone. Slow your pace. Silence often ends conflict faster than words. Choose peace over ego. Applying dark intelligence in personal growth. Track your habits. Remove distractions. Train your mind daily. Read, reflect, think. Growth happens in silence. Why dark intelligence feels lonely at first. You will change. Others may not. That is normal. Do not shrink to fit. Grow patiently. The final shift. Stop trying to look smart. Start becoming clear. Clarity creates power. A final image. Imagine a deep river, quiet on the surface, strong underneath. That is dark intelligence. Final words. You do not need to dominate. You do not need to impress. You need alignment. When your thoughts, actions, and values align, power follows naturally. This is the secret. The smartest people never tell you, because they do not need to.
If this video inspired you or helped you learn something new, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Motivation to Study English for 30 minutes every day. Your support is the energy that keeps us creating better and more meaningful videos every single day.